Good morning to you. What's poppin'? Colleen? Hi, Barry. I ain't slept yet, so I figured before I go to bed, I haven't done the news, the breakfast news, in a while. Hi, Rob. Hi, Yan. Good morning, everybody. It's a morning miracle. You're getting to see the behind the scenes stuff because I'm going to go buy a paper right here. Hey, what's up? Just sat today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you. It's a Super Bowl showdown. Hey guys, who's gonna win? The Chiefs or my Niners? Born and raised. I ain't new to this. I grew to this. You ain't seeing no brand new 49er hat on me. This one been around a while. I'd like to know what this is laying on the ground right here. One thing about New York is you're always going to see weird shit laying around. And sometimes it's actual real shit. I'm going to head over to Times Square. Guys, don't forget today is special. I got Queen Latifah dropping by at 9 o'clock. So stick around for that. Tonight's the night we'll make history. Honey, you and I. When people lock their doors and hide inside, rumor has it it's the end of paradise. That's Styx, 1980-ish. Paradise Theater. It's the album that broke up the band. That's a fact. Oh, I think Mr. Roboto is the one that broke up the band. Look at this. It's Alicia Keys High School. Right there. Guys, we're going to head over to Times Square. And we're going to do the news. The news and views you can use if you choose. I also ordered a new gimbal because this one is a little shaky, and I apologize about that. Hi, Alfred. Hi, Rob H. Hi, Colleen. Hi, everybody. Good morning, y'all. We're gonna party y'all like it's a Mardi Gras. People actually get up this early and walk around. That's crazy. I'm like, what the heck? No alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, and no weapons. Now you can see why it's empty. They're like, honey, you want to go to the park? Oh, no. There's no alcohol, drugs, or weapons allowed. That's half the population. All right. We're just walking. I think the Super Bowl starts New York time like 6 or 6:30. But there are festivities throughout the day. I wonder what Taylor Swift is going to wear. I couldn't sleep all last night. I couldn't sleep at all last night. Okay, I gotta be quiet. This guy's sleeping right here. Shh, quiet. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Good morning. It's been like 80 degrees out. Today is chilly. Today is a little chilly. Guys, if you're new to the channel, this fire department right here, Engine 54, Ladder 4, Battalion 9, we lost all 15 firefighters on 9/11. That's why when you see a guy like this, morning brother, you give him his props. On the morning of 9/11, they got the call, 8-something a.m. These doors opened, and here's a mural with their names, and never missed a performance. And I never walk by here without doing this first. I will actually introduce you to the crew. Here's the crew right here. There's Al Feinberg, Dave Woolley, Jose Guadalupe, Ed Gagarity, Chris Santora, Joe Angelini, John Tipping, Carl Asaro, Len Regaglia, Dan O'Callahan, and these are the three mics. You got Mike Hobb, Mike Brennan, Mike Lynch. Over here you have Paul Gill, and last but not least, Sam Otis. Can you imagine? Every single one of these brave heroes went out that door right here on 9/11, and they went down the this is 48th, this is my street. They went down 49th, which is right there. They went all the way to the West Side Highway, which is 2 blocks that way, 3 blocks that way. Then they went straight to the World Trade Center, and none of them came home. That was a very horrific, horrible day. Not just in America, but in most of the world. I'm going to be giving you a little tidbit as I walk across to go to Times Square. Next stop is my old stomping grounds. This is the Copacabana. It's the Copacabana. Hottest spot north of Havana at the Copacabana. Music and fashion were always the passion at the Copa. You'll fall in love. Well, I never worked at the Copa, but before it was the Copa, for 18 years, I owned a business there. I had partnered up with China Club. And this was the notorious China Club. One of the greatest, most influential nightclubs in all of New York City. And I was there for 18 years until we had a murder. Somebody got stabbed in Times Square. They ran as far as they could, and they died in the doorway of the China Club. I was working that night. It happened around 2 a.m. We closed at 4. We didn't get out of there till like 12 noon the next day. The detectives kept every one of us in there, in that building, questioned all of us. The guy had nothing to do with the China Club, but he died in their doorway, and it gave the city an opportunity to yank the liquor license. See, when you have a nightclub that gets in trouble, they don't. This is High Noon. It's vodka soda. It's unopened. If you like alcohol and you want to drink it, it's going to be right here on this stand. So come all, and get drunk. If the city wants to shut you down, they don't close your club. They take your liquor license. Who the hell's going to go partying in your club with no liquor? There is the famous Brooklyn Chop House. Now, it was a Buffalo Wild Wings, and then the pandemic came and they took it from me. Now it's the Brooklyn Chop House. You like Rick Ross, Fat Joe, any of those guys? They're there on a nightly basis. We're just walking and talking here. Guys, this is the world famous Edison Ballroom. And it's massive. It's been here for a very long time, connected to the Edison Hotel. And if you don't know, the Edison Hotel is the first hotel in New York City to have electricity in all of its rooms. And it was the light switch that was thrown to turn on the electricity here was actually thrown by Thomas Edison. And he was in Jersey at the time. He flipped the switch, and now every room, which was unheard of at that time, had electricity in it. This is the world famous Hotel Edison. Right here, guys, if you're a fan of The Godfather. Well, The Godfather, played by Marlon Brando, was Vito Corleone. And if you gotta do a favor for his daughter on his wedding day, that was Luca Brasi. Luca Brasi was the muscle. Luca Brasi was a very big, in real life, a real mobster. Was actually in the movie. He went into this hotel, into this bar called the Rum House. He went to that bar right there, and he was strangled by Tartaglia with a garrote around his neck. So if you're a fan of the Godfather movie, happened right here, right inside there is where Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes. That's a Boogie Bob tidbit right there, folks. Just a little special tidbit for you. We're just walking. There's Thomas Edison right there. That's the Hotel Edison. I'm just dropping knowledge on you. That's what I do. Hiya, Bronx girl. Hi, Kathy Jackson. Hi, RJ. Good morning to you. Guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing up this early, it's because I couldn't sleep all last night wondering what Taylor Swift was going to wear to the game. So, but, bitch, it's a 49er celebration. So, I get ulcers thinking about, will they win? How will they play? But I learned long ago, I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me. They can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening in me. For my 49ers. Now they're playing the Chiefs. And we lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl once. And by the way, we are favored. But you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. Now today might be a little tricky to do the news out here because the first thing I see is all the chairs are gone. The chairs and the tables usually don't get put out till 9 o'clock. And don't forget, guys, if you're just tuning in, I got Queen Latifah dropping by. Let me get my watch going here. I got Queen Latifah dropping by at 9 o'clock, so make sure you tune in for that. Coming up soon. I really hate doing the news on top of garbage cans, but I'm an innovator, and I've been doing it for a long time, so I'll make it happen. I didn't spend $2 on the paper. Because Brock Purdy is Purdy. Okay, everybody be quiet. Here's the cops. Let's just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, won't be nothing. Yeah, these bitches do not have the tables out here this morning. Very upsetting. Maybe Queen Latifah's not going to show after all. That would be upsetting. We could always do the news from Union Square. Maybe that's what we'll do. I don't know. I always like to start it on the hour. So, I'm just kind of walking and talking right now. Wherever you're at today, anywhere in the world, it is a beautiful opportunity to be kind to someone. That would be amazing. You don't have to hit the like button or the share or join my channel or buy me shit. Hit the love button. Be kind to someone today. They're going to say, why are you being kind to me? You're saying, because I watch Boogie Bob. The first ones that are always here every morning is these guys. Very hard to be kind to these guys. They're not nice. They're not good people. They mercilessly attack tourists and take their money. Their new gimmick is to use your own phone to take their picture, and then when they're done using your phone to take the picture, they don't want to give you your phone back until you tip them. That's their new one. Look at her little baby, little doggy. How much is that doggy in the window? All right. Yeah, they actually, that's their new gimmick, is to confiscate your cell phone and strong arm you into paying them for the pleasure of their crappy picture. Good morning, RJ. How are you? They took all my tables out, folks. Ain't no tables. When I left the house today, I thought it would be a good idea. I was probably wrong. It's a lot colder than I anticipated. Who knew that New York City in the winter at 8 a.m. was chilly? Why did no one mention this to me before? This is usually when I'm laying in bed with a couple fine shorties and 4 of my cats. So I'm always warm. 2 shorties, 4 cats, and a blanket. I didn't know it was cold out like this. I didn't know, first of all, that people got up this early. I feel like doing interviews. Excuse me, why are you here? Oh, we always wanted to come to New York. No, not that. Why are you here? Why are you not in your hotel sleeping right now with a couple bad shorties under a blanket with 4 cats? What's wrong with you people? All right. Guys, we're going to walk to Bryant Park, right down the block. We'll do our news from Bryant Park. That way I can sit in the chair, look at the Empire State Building, holler at some bad shorties. Guys, it finally opened. This is Carlos Bake Shop. Now, his name ain't Carlos. His actual name is Buddy. And he was a star of a TV series called The Cake Boss. But I've never seen the show. But he's Buddy Valastro. And there's Buddy right there. He's got a rolling pin over his shoulder, so you know he means business. And his name is Buddy Valastro. And this is the new Carlos Bake Shop. And if you've actually seen the show, get in the comments, guys. Leave a comment. And tell me how much you liked or didn't like the show. Alright, it's an old YouTube trick to trick you into engagement. Alright. So guys, this is a New York City entrepreneur right here. He's up at 8 o'clock in the morning in the winter and he's washing these windows. He does not work for this establishment. He has accounts. He brings this bucket, his squeegee, and he goes to various locations and says, I will clean these windows, because you don't want to have a beautiful business like this with yucky windows. I will clean these windows for you for X amount of dollars. This would be his account. Next, he could leave here and go do Dunkin' Donuts or ESPN Zone. So it's a young entrepreneur. While his competition's at home sleeping, he's out here getting money. And he's already done all these windows. You see how spotless they are. Plus you can see the remnants of the water on the ground. This guy been out here a while. That's one of those little tidbits you get on the Boogie Bob show, whether you like it or not. Honey, you want to watch the Boogie Bob show? No, I hate his tidbits. I don't care for his banter. Guys, Bryant Park is a block away that way. We're gonna go over to Bryant Park and do the news from there. And then we'll come back and hopefully Times Square will be more festive. Don't forget, guys, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I get money. Making money. Shout out to Shock G. Guys, if you have HBO, you might have seen the TV series, limited series, 6 episodes called The Jinx. The Jinx was about a multi-millionaire named Robert Durst. His father was Seymour Durst, part of one of the biggest real estate companies in the world. They owned Empire State Building and stuff like that. Well, they own this one here. This is the Knickerbocker Hotel. If you've heard of the New York Knicks, Knicks is short for Knickerbocker. I don't know what the hell a Knickerbocker sounds. It sounds racist. I don't like it. But the Knickerbocker Hotel was owned by the Durst Company, and Robert Durst first killed his wife in Long Island. Got away with it for 20-something years. They even did a movie about it. Ryan Gosling played him in the movie. And then he had his female friend help him with it. He ended up going on the run where he dressed. He's a 70-year-old man. He dressed as a elderly woman. And he pretended he was deaf so he wouldn't talk because they would recognize his voice as being a man. He ended up killing a man and dismembering him. His neighbor. He was busted for that. He was a billionaire, so he got off, even though they got him for disposal of a body. They didn't get him for murder. He got off, and then he had one more murder. He got off because the lady that helped him, his best friend, she ended up murdered. So 3 murders for sure, but he's so rich it was hard to pin it on him. So a director had an idea. He says, hey, let's do a series where you explain your side of what happened. Nevertheless, he explained his side of what happened for 6 episodes. And he really thought he was the smartest guy on the planet. Well, when you do a sit-down interview, you have a microphone on. And a wireless mic. Well, they tripped him up with some information. Asked him, we have this proof here on this envelope. It's your handwriting. And we think you're the murderer. Now, all he has to do is say, no, that's not me, you're crazy, and leave. But he excuses himself and goes to the bathroom. And in the bathroom, he forgets the microphone is on. And he starts confessing. Oh my God, what have I done? They caught me. Oh boy, of course I'm guilty. I killed them all. Damn it, now they got me. Not realizing that he was being recorded the whole time. Ended up dying in prison. Worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They own that hotel back there. Or that, I don't know if it's a hotel anymore. I think it is. The Knickerbocker Hotel. That's another tidbit that only you'll get here on the Boogie Bob Show. Also, guys, if you're going to Times Square, leave your guns at home. Because it's a gun-free zone. You cannot enter Times Square with a gun, even if you have a permit, which is very hard to get in New York. Even if you have a concealed weapons permit. Guys, these are the Citibank bikes. There's thousands around the city. And you come up to this kiosk here, you rent the bike. Now this person rented the bike, and they got back and they forgot to take their shit with them. Their scarf and their t-shirt. I don't know. You'll see these bikes all over the city. We're going to see somebody drive by with one by the time we get across the street up here. Because they're a very popular mode of transportation. Look, it's our first fake monk of the day. This guy pretends he's a monk and wants you to buy his bracelet because he's building a monastery. I say to that, F-O-H. By the way, guys, Empire State Building right there. This is Bryant Park across the street. This is where we're going to go do our news. It's a Boogie Bob breakfast miracle. I don't know. I don't get up this early. I'm usually going to bed at this time. Every morning, 7 days a week. I usually go to bed around 8 or 9 a.m. So today I decided to come out and share my beautiful morning with you. Because that's what I do. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. Hopefully, yeah, I see tables. We got tables, folks. We do got tables. People are up. They sell bagels and shit. People eat this thing called breakfast. Now, I've heard of it on TV shows, but I've never tried it. Breakfast, which is short for break fast. I don't know much about it. So in here, we're now in Bryant Park. In here they have all these maps on the wall. What most people do not know, and this is a Boogie Bob exclusive. So get out your handbags, pull out a pen, and write this down. Welcome to Bryant Park. 1,000 people walk by this a day. No one knows that this is here. You lift it up and you get your pamphlet. Boom. Now you can read about the rink. On page 3, they tell you where you could buy a crack rock. So if you want the good crack rocks, you gotta get this thing. It's a Boogie Bob exclusive. I'm gonna show you this fountain. And then we're gonna ice skate. Got people out here ice skating, bruh. Look at that table. That would be perfect for my news right there. Maybe I'll use that one, or maybe I'll use one of these small ones up here. I think we'll use one of these small ones up here so you guys can watch people ice skating at 8 a.m. What are you, high? The hell? If it's not cold enough, you could always go ice skating. This is the famous Bryant Park fountain. And it's funny because very rarely do you see a quarter right by the edge. Because the homeless will literally take their shoes off if they have shoes, and they'll walk around in here and they'll take out all the the quarters. There's probably 20 or 30 bucks in quarters in here right now. Very rare. Usually you just see pennies and nickels. They will come and they will take the quarters. That quarter ain't been there that long. You can see lots of quarters in here. I'm getting ready to take my damn shoes off myself. Typically they'll turn this fountain off when it gets below 30 degrees because it will turn into ice. This cop was just waiting for me to make a move. He was like, I got him. If he jumps in that fountain, I got his ass. Not today, officer. Not today, you don't. I'd like to film this for you here, but because of the music, a lot of times you can't do it. Guys, there are a couple ice rinks in New York City. You have this one. You have the Woolman Rink, which is in Central Park. And then you have the Rockefeller Rink. I think this is one of the most beautiful because it's big, but you also get to see the Empire State Building as you skate. And it's only going to cost you $6,000, so that's pretty good. All right. Shall we proceed? I think we shall. What's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob. I'm live. I'm coming to you live right now from the rink. It's Winter Village at Bryant Park. And I'm representing my 49ers. This ain't a new hat, bro. I've been had this hat. I ain't new to this. I grew to this. You're going to see a lot of people walking around wearing brand new shiny Chiefs and 49er hats, which is fine. Oh boy. Which is fine.
That's your body being down.
I'm going to use my this so that my channel let's see what we got going here.
There we go. That's why there's a lot of not hot
Let's try it again. Let's try it again. What's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob, and today we're at the ice rink in Bryant Park. I hope wherever you're at, you're having a beautiful day. No likes needed. No subscribers needed. What I would like is if you spend a little bit of time to be kind to someone on this day. That would be nice. Let's get on with the news. Now, you start yelling, turn it around, turn it around. If you get tired of seeing me and you want to see the ice rink, we'll make that happen. It's black and blue. So there has been a whole lot of cops arresting migrants for attacking police officers. And as you know, I'm very empathetic, sympathetic, and compassionate towards the plight of migrants. I've never discouraged them. I've never said a bad word about them on the show, but it's getting to be a lot. It's getting to be a lot. We've had several jumped cops in Times Square the other day. Yes, 2 days ago. You okay, girl? You know. They were shoplifting. Some were shoplifting. Guys, if you have 50,000 migrants and 2 of them shoot someone, you can't say all of the migrants attack. But it does paint a brush on many of them. And that's where the problem lies. So, when I started my commenting on migrants in New York, I've helped as many as I can, but there's just so many came and it's starting to really crush our resources. And at some point you gotta say, okay, these guys are here, let's turn it off for now until we can get this situated. I can't imagine what it's like growing up in Nicaragua where you're being murdered and you have no job, no hope. You want to go to this place they heard about called America, where they have a Lady Liberty in the bay that's holding a tablet in her arm like this, a torch, and it says, "Bring me your tired, huddled masses yearning to be free. Bring me your poor." It doesn't say bring me unless you're from Venezuela. Then don't bring me. Bring me your huddled masses yearning to be free. They hear that, they say, I'm coming to check it out. I heard you can get a job over there at McDonald's making 15 or 16 bucks an hour. That's more than I make the whole week in Venezuela or Nicaragua. Anyways, Spread kindness, love, compassion, and acceptance, and your life will be happier for you. Let us proceed. I hope I brought glasses. I did. I'm going to let you guys... Oh, can you get closer to the microphone? Thank you, RJ. Guys, by the way, RJ is my... he's my assistant director today. Rev ain't here. Rev's sleeping. Hopefully you can hear me better. I have to talk quiet because I don't want all these people to be damn. Hopefully you can hear me better now. Let us. And by the way, I can actually. Maybe what I'll do is show you the people ice skating.
My skates again.
They're all, the railing's right here. Here's the railing, right there. So they're all on my railing. And I have a feeling, look at her, she's not ice skating, she's in a damn wheelbarrow. All right. We've got a cold front coming in next week. Possibly a snowstorm going to be hitting. Is it better, RJ? Can you hear me okay? We've got snow and rain coming next Tuesday. So, this is the migrants attacking cops. And pretty crazy. I want even more crazy because I have kids literally 1 inch from me. So maybe this isn't a good idea. This is horrible. Bronx grave robber. Look at this piece of cat. These people are supposed to be the most trusted people when you die. I already know when I die, if one of my friends doesn't get to my apartment and the sheriffs or whoever go in there, they're going to take all my watches. I got 300 watches just sitting here. They'd be a fool not to. They're going to say, they might not take them all, but they're going to take a couple hundred. They're going to be like, yo, look at these guitars, look at these watches. This guy's got electronics. They're going to have a field day. When I die, they're going to have a field day. This guy was actually caught. Felix Conde is caught on deceased William Figueroa's cameras. So William died, but he had cameras set around. And this guy's pocketing cash. Instead of itemizing the stuff, he's putting the stuff in his pocket. There should be a special spot in prison for guys like that. An elite teacher is out amid bathroom probe. Now, I had a couple bathroom probes. They weren't that fun back in college. A former prodigy at a Bronx High School of Science who went on to become a city chemistry teacher resigned after she engaged in inappropriate relationships with a male student in a bathroom. In 2005, Shoshana Leffer, 37, was among 300 semifinalists to win, and she win this prestigious award. She attended Princeton and NYU.
No, just go forward.
This is tougher than I thought, bro. Because they're literally railing here.
No, stand on this one.
This kid is going to knock over the camera. Please don't knock over my camera, bro.
Stand on that one? No, this side, yeah.
Not going as well as I thought it would.
Look very, well, I wouldn't say silly, but creative. You know, don't get
Anyway, she
crazy.
was in the bathroom doing inappropriate stuff with a male student. In February 2023, she was 36.
You have to risk looking stupid in the eyes of others.
Okay, this doesn't make sense. Listen to what it says here. In 2005, she was then 37 in 2005. And now it says in February of 2023, which is, what, 18 years later? She's now 36. She went back a year. She's Benjamin Buttons. She got caught on video taking a 17-year-old male student into a locked bathroom and giving him a... It says in the paper she gave him a... All right. I'm not doing anything on the, I'm not doing it. I actually here. It says the only trick up Biden's sleeve that he can say right now, well, the economy, if you don't follow it, maybe you should. The economy's thriving right now. Unemployment's all-time low. The stock market's all-time high. So he has those to run on. But what he's running on most is that Trump is shit. Joe's only card is Trump is worse. I'm not saying who to vote for. I never will on my channel. Vote for who you want. Here's the kid. This is the kid, 16 years old, in Times Square, just shot, hit a tourist from Brazil in the leg, tried to kill, then he shot at 2 police officers. He's 16 and his bail has been denied, and he's held as an adult, being charged with 2 counts of attempted murder on a police officer. Have fun in jail, my friend. There he is. Look at this little tiny piece of crap. He gets caught shoplifting. Instead of taking it like a man, he pulls out a gun and starts shooting people. What a horrible kid. Jesus Alejandro Rivas Figueroa is escorted to Manhattan Criminal Court, where he was held without bail. 2 counts of attempted murder of a police officer. Now they have a curfew on migrants. The Adams, that's our mayor, been on my show 3 times. The Adams administration is putting curfews on more migrant shelters just days after a 15-year-old migrant, not 16, was cuffed for allegedly shooting a tourist and trying to kill officers. Really?
Yeah, because I was going to my filmmaking trying to get rich going. But I'm just saying, when I looked, that stuff was popping up.
It is the year of the dragon. For those of you who celebrate the Chinese New Year, I was born in the year of the douche, which I don't even know what that means, but I don't like the sound of that, to be honest. Cheer of the Dragon at the Lunar Bash. It is a very big thing here.
That's so weird, yeah.
Guys, they have a
I've never had any problems with that.
official red light district. I don't know why they would put Sheila and Donna in here, but oh, and Debbie, and that's Mika. So I just met them through Craigslist. I don't really know them that well. I'm engaged to 2 of them, but the New York Police Department bus fails to stop markets of sweethearts. You're walking down the street and she says, "Hey, good looking, keep walking." Because she's looking at your wallet. Sister sues over a $2 billion family fortune. $2 billion have you suing your grandma. In a real-life succession drama, 2 sisters are worrying it over $2 billion family real estate empire that once included the Chrysler Building, the Stanhope Hotel, and 13 million square feet of Big Apple properties. The fortune was amassed by Saul Goldman, A father of four who had the city's largest private real estate portfolio when he died at the age of 70. Goldman's daughter Amy, a Democrat donor who once held a $50,000 per person reception for President Biden, claims she was cut out of the business by her younger sister June, who runs the company with a death grip. I think it's absolutely horrible to cut your own sister. I don't know the facts. I don't know the facts. We had a death plunge from an 18-year-old woman. She died after jumping from the 5th floor window. First of all, guys, I don't want you to jump ever. If you're going to jump, but do not, please hear me, do not jump out of a window or off a roof. With that said, if you're going to, and I don't want you to, don't do it from the 5th floor, because there's a very good chance you're going to live. And then you really are going to be in bad shape. An 18-year-old woman died after jumping from the 5th floor window of an NYU building Saturday night, according to police. Police reported to a 911 call of a jumper at the Barney building on Stuyvesant Street, which houses the art department studio. The woman was found outside of the building, unconscious and unresponsive. See, they didn't say dead. She did die. She succumbed to her wounds. But if you jump from a 5th floor building, there's a very good chance you will live and be worse off than you were. If you have any intentions of hurting yourself or hurting others, please call the suicide prevention line. And RJ, if you could put that in here, I'd appreciate it. I think it's 211. I could be wrong. But please, or you can always inbox me at Boogie Bob on my Instagram. I will be happy to talk to you until you don't want to talk anymore. Please do not hurt yourself or hurt others. Please. Life is too short. You only get one go around. A woman was shot and killed in the Bronx. A Honduran woman was shot and killed, and her 2 nephews were hurt when bullets rang out inside of her Bronx apartment. Very sad.
Attention savers, phones, headphones, cameras, and other electronic devices.
Strike kills 7 in the Ukraine. Guys, this thing's been going on for 2 years. The death, destruction, the horror. It's very, very, very sad. I'm going to take you on a trip around the world. Now, I went on a trip around the world in college, but it wasn't for what it was cracked up to be.
There's always one. There's one each side.
It just wasn't. Italy, first stop, Italy. An art museum director in Florence who declared mass tourism has turned the city into a prostitute has triggered calls for her resignation.
Trying to learn them, yeah. But I'm afraid to go that way.
Although Cecilia Holberg, head of the Gallery della Carta Accademia, home of the Michelangelo sculpture David. Now, David is one of the most famous sculptures of all time. He has the body of a god and the penis of a me. It was cold the day he posed for the... Anyway, she has apologized. She said that the tourists are turning Italy into a prostitute. I don't think that's good for tourism. Bronx girl says that the boyfriend was arrested in the Honduran case. Let me get back to it because a Honduran woman was shot and killed, and her 2 nephews were hurt when bullets rang out inside of the Bronx apartment. Later arrested her boyfriend. Look at that. Bronx girl with an exclusive. If it's going down in the Bronx, Bronx girl's got you covered. Saida Bolina Mahia, 40, was shot in the torso in the apartment at 226 East 203rd Street in the Bronx, near the Grand Concourse, around 5 a.m. Rescue workers tried to save her, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. Bullets also struck her 9 and 16-year-old nephews, who were hit in the arm and buttocks. They were taken to the hospital. Accused killer, Rosvin Mija Castillo, barricaded himself in the building like a coward. I do not want you guys to ever take your own life, but I wouldn't have minded if he did it, to be honest. I wish he would have did it before taking the lives of others. I would say if you're going to kill yourself, please don't. But if you're thinking of hurting others, kill yourself first, then hurt anyone more. Japan. The government is replacing a scuttered foreign trainee program criticized as being a cover for employees' cheap labor.
That would be a bit more in practice as far as creating dialogue.
Argentina. An 18th century activist will be made Argentina's first female saint. Now, in order to become a saint, you are to have performed 3 documented miracles. That's how you become a saint in the Catholic religion. Employees who failed to show up. Oh, sorry. She was not given official recognition because she was a laywoman. But when Pope Francis, also a native from Argentina and a Jesuit, was elevated in 2013, he brought her story back into the public eye.
Okay.
Well, good for her. Saint Maria Antonio.
One more time.
De Paz y Figueroa. We're going to Australia now to my mates down under. A new law will give workers the right to ignore unreasonable calls and messages from their bosses.
All right. I'm ending.
You ever been sitting at home? First of all, I'm the boss of my company. 10,000 employees over the years. If I call someone, first of all, I'm not calling nobody in on Christmas or Easter. They're going to be no worker that day. But if I do call someone in and I really need them, I'll say, hey, Susan, can you work today? No, I can't. Okay, thank you. There's no, come on, what you got? I need it. Now, I've been known to lie sometimes. I'll say something like, hey, Susan, can you come in today? Oh, no, Bob, I can't. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, it's P. Diddy's birthday. He's giving out free iPads. But no problem. I'll call. Oh, you will do it? Okay. 11 o'clock, she calls me. Bob, I'm here, but P. Diddy's not here. I go, what? He's not there yet? This is outrageous. He usually gets there late. So let's talk again around 1 a.m. 1 a.m. doing. Hello? Bob, P. Diddy is not here. Oh, I'm pissed. I can't believe he didn't show up. Wow, that's crazy. It doesn't work anymore because I've used it for 30 years. They're all hip to my lies about P. Diddy. Employees who fail to follow the rule may also be fined, blah, blah, blah. Ghana, etc. I had many employees from Ghana over the years. And whenever you get a cab driver from Ghana, and you don't know he's from Ghana until you hear him talk. And I say, are you from Ghana? He says, yes. I say, etc. They lose their mind. Because that is a greeting that Ghanaians say to themselves, say to each other. And then I say, all of my Ghana friends call me Sikafo. Sikafo. Then their eyes light up, they go, what? Because Sikafo means big shot, big money man. Impinifo means big money man. And no henny means broke. Those are the only 4 words I know in Ghana. Royal artifacts looted over 150 years ago by the British colonial forces from Ghana and held by American museums have been returned. Can you imagine artifacts from your country's heritage looted by countries who come in? Germany did it all across Europe, looted trillions of dollars worth of artifacts from museums that go to a museum and take everything. Good to have it back. And that is our trip around the world. Let's see who is the first person to fall on camera. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, it's probably this lady right here. She's this one right here. Oh, I think it might be this one. Her. Could be her. George Hamilton is still alive and well. The man with the tan. What do doctors know anyways? Perpetual tan actor George Hamilton said he has said sayonara to dermatologists who have forwarded and frowned on his tanning bed tendencies. He is the darkest white man that ever lived. I mean, the guy looks like Flava Flav. He likes the tan. And if he's not hurting anybody else, that's his business. I'm just going around the dial. I would like to call for peace in the Middle East. I'm going to spend the next 60 seconds saying nothing. Hi, Jane Doe. Thank you. I am going to give 1 minute of silence for all the men, women, and children around the world who are suffering.
Yeah, I did some at Chelsea Piers, like pickup and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is the longest, officially the longest I've ever gone. By the way, I haven't seen anyone fall. This kid's definitely going to fall. I mean, I've seen plenty fall, but not since I've started the old, can you spot who's going to fall next? I think it's these kids coming right here. You go, girl. All right. There was a gruesome death on a jet. Slim, I would think I'd probably break my ankle very quickly. Look at this little sweetheart. She's trying her best. I cannot imagine her actually making it past the view of my camera without falling. This one right here. She's trying her best. You go ahead, girl. Keep going. Stay focused. It's when you get complacent, folks. When you get complacent. She did it. We're just, I should have said it. I've got several huge parties this week at Hard Rock. Huge parties. So I'm taking you with me. I'll be shaved up by then, ladies. It's the 49er game. Look at all that hair.
No, they don't wait this time.
Look at all the hair.
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening? How are you, man? Good morning, Cliff. All right, turn around. You got a guy there. He could have killed me for all I know. What if I was murdered? You guys didn't have my back. Where's Stacy D when I need him? Stacy D could have said, hey, watch it. Keep an eye on him. I see his shoulder over there.
Let's see what happens.
Right there.
Yeah.
Guys, there was a gruesome death on a jet. A passenger on a Lufthansa flight from Thailand to Germany died while fellow passengers travelers watched in the horror as blood gushed out of his mouth and nose. The identified 63-year-old German was seen boarding the Airbus A380 in Bangkok shortly before midnight. He was visibly sick and in cold sweats. and breathing much too quickly. After watching the man for a few minutes, she said she informed a flight attendant that they needed a doctor. He was given chamomile. Isn't that tea? Hi, I'm bleeding from my nose and my mouth. Is there anything you can do for me? Is there a doctor? No, but we've got a great tea. Do you prefer green tea or brown tea? Chamomile tea, but as soon as blood started spilling out of his mouth and nose for about an hour and a half. Flight attendants tried to perform CPR when he finally went still, and the captain announced the man's death. The plane returned to Thailand. That is horrific. FDNY. This is New York City's bravest. They are the bravest. This kid's really going fast. He doesn't even look like he knows. Look at this kid. He's like going super fast, but he's all over the place. Look at this guy. This guy's showing off. Look at him zipping through there. Look at me, guys. The FDNY, the burning snitch question. The fire department of New York has failed to identify the snitch who secretly recorded a meeting between a dozen staff chiefs and fire commissioners a year ago. So they're refusing to snitch on the snitch who snitched. If you snitch on a snitch who's snitching on snitches, are you really snitching? I didn't see nothing. Officer, I didn't see nothing. Well, there's a substantial reward, sir. I saw it all, sir. I saw it. Steve Johnson, he lives at 2214 Hauser Street. Get it.
What?
Kate Middleton she left Windsor Castle for the first time since undergoing planned abdominal surgery. I don't care. I do want to say that Prince Charles, King Charles now, has been diagnosed with cancer. I pray for, I don't know nothing about him. I don't know. I pray for him and his family and all the people who support him and love him. I'm not one of these guys. The monarchy? No way. I support every man, woman, child on the planet. And if they're not kind or good, I pray they become kind and good. A dolphin of a different color. Listen to this one, Jane Doe. One of the world's most unusual colored dolphins was discovered in Australia. Mate. Speckles. This is the name of it. They named the dolphin Speckles. I'm going to assume that this dolphin has speckles on it. A patchy black and white bottlenose dolphin stunned researchers from the University of Sunshine Coast who were in Hervey Bay, a whale heritage site on the coast of Queensland. We were about to head in and we saw this massive heap of...
Nice to meet you.
We saw a massive leap and a massive splash. So this person likes the word massive.
And here's my prediction.
We were about to head in and we saw a massive leap, this massive splash, so we thought we'd go over and see the massive...
Hey, so what's going on? Did Rangers make any trades yet?
No, nothing yet.
The team determined that Speckles is an extremely rare piebald dolphin. It causes a partial loss of pigmentation. Common bottlenose dolphins are all gray. Not this guy. This guy's different. I've never been on a cruise ship. Have you guys ever been on a cruise ship? If you have, get in there and give a thumbs up. Who's this dude? Jane Doe, you gotta watch my back because I got dudes creeping up on me like this dude. Stand a little closer. Oh, who's she? I'm being surrounded by octogenarians. I don't want no static.
What's it?
So I've never been on a cruise ship. But according to this, there's a mysterious
At this time, we will resurface the ice. All skaters must
gastrointestinal.
leave the ice.
Okay, they're kicking everybody off the ice.
There is no re-entry after ice resurfacing. Thank you for skating at Bank of America Winter Village at Bryant Park.
So they are going to resurface the ice. And there is no, see, she's taking the temperature using that little gun thing right there. She has a thing in her hand. It actually takes the temperature, and she is going to tell them if the ice is too soft. This is a Boogie Bob exclusive. By the way, what's your name, girl? Sorry, some people deem that as sexist. I'm a single male living in New York who would never go up and make anyone feel uncomfortable. But if I make my little comment, it's just between me and RJ. Look, they kicked them off the ice quick. I hope nobody paid $30 and got kicked off that quick. All right, now they're going to bring out the Zamboni. The Zamboni is a large machine, but I don't see one anywhere in my peripheral, so it might be a minute till he comes. Queasy does it. Instead of Easy does it, Queasy does it. Who's this over here? A mysterious gastrointestinal illness has spread aboard a cruise ship and now has as many as 154 people pooping. That gives a whole new name to poop deck. Hey Johnson, you're working the poop deck. Do I have to? Well, you can work the poop deck or the vomit deck. 154, excuse me, 154 people. That's a lot. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is in the midst of an investigation of the massive outbreak. I'm going to say it's probably food from one of the buffets. The vessel is carrying 1,824 people. So about 10% of them got sick. They left from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on January 22nd, and it's rumored to reach its final destination. According to Jim Johnson, one of the people on the cruise, he said the worst thing is we ran out of toilet paper 4 days ago. And I ran out of socks 3 days ago. And we ran out of washcloths yesterday. The cause of the illness is still unknown, according to the CDC. There were 154 stricken on board Saturday, 129 passengers and 25 crew members. The cruise line confirmed that a member of guests had reported symptoms of gastrointestinal illness on board, and they are enacting protocols to ensure the well-being of those on board who have to poop. I don't know why they put that in the... Okay, does anybody know her phone number? Because I need to talk to her immediately about a personal endeavor. Guys, it's Zamboni. There he is, right? I'm going to give you an up-close personal look at the Zamboni. This is a Boogie Bob exclusive. 555-1312. Thank you, RJ. I'm going to call her right now. Okay, now he's kicking ice all over. Hi, Zamboni. And the guy who works there, his name is Sam Boney. Look at how the ice looks. Nice and shiny. That's what a Zamboni does. It shines the ice. It repurposes the ice. All right, we're going to keep it moving. You guys can bet on just about anything in the Super Bowl. They've got the commercials. Don't forget today, guys, the Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl is super cute if you like dogs. The Puppy Bowl is on Animal Planet at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. It's going to be a lot of commercials. Guys, when the Super Bowl first started, commercials were like $80 and a ham sandwich. Now they are tens of millions of dollars, and they are powerful. Last year, Ben Affleck did a commercial for Dunkin' Donuts, and the next day Dunkin' Donuts had its biggest one-day sale in the history of their 50-year company. One ad could really get you going. Last year I spent $11 million on an ad for Boogie Bob, and I got 7 subscribers. The halftime show will be Usher. Alright, we're gonna do that. TurboTax will be there. Who's your daddy? A stingray. A stingray got pregnant. They have no idea how it happened. I want to tell you something right now. It's not mine. Facts. A stingray? A manatee, maybe. Stingray, no. Who's your daddy? Researchers in North Carolina say something fishy about the pregnancy of their stingray at the aquarium and shark lab by Team Echo in Hendersonville. The stingray named Charlotte is pregnant, but the aquarium doesn't have any male stingrays. There are 2 ways Charlotte might have gotten knocked up. One is a very rare process called parthenogenesis, in which the eggs develop on their own without fertilization to create a clone of the mother. The other possibility is a janitor named Ryan, and they were watching him close. So Ryan, Charlotte could have been making whoopee with one of the young studly sharks. She could have been. Uh-oh. Got a little controversy on the ice going on. The bone just broke down. He's back. They're saying that Charlotte could be a bit of a tramp. She might have been getting it on with one of the sharks. Can you imagine? Charlotte could have been making whoopee with one of the young studly sharks that was added to the tank in mid-July, the aquarium said. DNA testing will likely be conducted on the pups after they are born to solve the miracle. When asked about how she could have got pregnant, Charlotte said, "I always wear rubbers." So I don't know. Pup owners point to the dead missing. A queen sitter is in the doghouse. Oh boy. Let's see what this is going on. Where's Jane? Jane? Here we go. She's the dog's worst friend. At least 5 dogs have already died, been injured, or gone missing under the care of Marlena Cordova. She's a dog killer. If you live in New York City or any of these big metropolises, typically you'll have a dog walker. You pay them $30 for the half hour or the hour, depending on where you live, and they'll have a whole bunch of clients. And they have a key to your apartment, so they should be bonded, so they don't go in there making sandwiches or digging through your underwear drawer. But it sounds like this lady might be a piece of garbage. We'll find out. At least 5 dogs have already died, been injured, or gone missing under her care. She runs an unlicensed dog sitting business out of her Bayside apartment, according to the outraged pup owners. Marlene killed my puppy. According to text messages obtained by the Post, between Davidson and Brock, a professional pet tracker, Cordova admitted to the dog's owner that when leaving his home, She had left out a piece of watermelon which the poodle ate, causing the canine to choke to death. I had no idea anyone else had a similar experience. I can't give all the details here, but we did get a settlement from her insurance company. Well, she has insurance. So she may be unlicensed, but she has insurance. I would tell you guys, if you're going to leave your child in the care of someone, do your due diligence. But if you're going to leave your animal, which are your children, do your due diligence. Mom kills tot in oven. Oh, Jesus. Take the wheel, Jesus. A Missouri mother burned her 1-month-old baby to death in an oven, then claimed to police that she had mistaken the cooker for a crib. She thought the oven was the crib. Cops described the scene at the Kansas City home as gruesome, as the tot belonging to Mariah Thomas was found badly burned and not breathing. Officials said Thomas told them she was putting her child down for a nap, accidentally placed the child in the oven instead of in the crib. We acknowledge the gruesome nature of this tragedy, and our hearts are weighed by the loss of this precious life. We trust the criminal justice system will respond appropriately. She was charged with endangering the welfare of the child. How about murder? How about you charge her with murder? You don't have to be a wise guy to come to these conclusions. New research found Italian mobsters who previously committed violent crimes in groups were more likely to become reoffenders. No shit. Why do they have to throw Italians under the bus? I don't know. I'm not even Italian, and I'm offended by your offensiveness. I'm going by. I'm not doing any of the politics today. Today's a big day. It's the 49er Super Bowl. I think we've run its course. Why don't we take a look at some pictures? This is Johnny Depp. It's not. It is. I thought it was Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. But Johnny Depp and Rod Stewart. Look at that. And Kerry Washington. Anybody know who this is? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? It's Boy George. He's back on Broadway. He's starring in Moulin Rouge, which is right down the street. See, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. All right. This is a Boogie Bob exclusive. You know other YouTubers bringing you this. This right here is Naomi Watts. Naomi Watts, and that's a big-ass great name. And she's in a movie called The Friend. And let's see what we got going here. I'm going to show it to you right now. So, hold on. Let's get rid of that one. Let's do this. Let's do this. I put up some shorts today so you can see it on my shorts. Hopefully you enjoy. Remember, it's the Naomi Watts in the paper. I should get a job with the paper because this is 100% a Boogie Bob. Guys, when you're in New York City, always keep your eyes on the street signs, like this pole. This sign here says no parking film shoot, and it's for The Friend. And The Friend is starring Naomi Watts in a big ass great game. And they'll be shooting here. Let's say you're a fan of Naomi Watts. They'll be shooting here Friday the 9th, that's tomorrow, from 5 a.m. till 12 p.m. So Naomi Watts and her crew will be out here tomorrow filming right here in the shadow of the Empire State Building. So come down, do the tourist thing. Look at these lovers. Get a room, Playboy. All right, I ain't hating. Relationship goals. They've been hugging for like an hour and a half. All right. Anyways, you got the Empire State Building, and you got the great Naomi Watts and a big-ass Great Dane. I hope you have a good time. Tell them I sent you. They ain't gonna give you nothing, but tell them I sent you. All right, I'm gonna do it again because half of it you didn't hear. Guys, when you're in New York City, always keep your eyes on the street signs, like this pole. This sign here says no parking film shoot, and it's for The Friend, and The Friend is starring Naomi Watts and a big-ass Great Dane. And they'll be shooting here. Let's say you're a fan of Naomi Watts. They'll be shooting here Friday the 9th, that's tomorrow, from 5 a.m. till 12 p.m. So Naomi Watts and her crew will be out here tomorrow filming right here in the shadow. By the way, the name of the dog is Bing, B-I-N-G. Let us keep it moving here. This is Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom. Janelle Monáe. Horrible picture of her, but you guys know Janelle Monáe. She was almost my lady. The only thing that stopped us from being a couple is she didn't agree. But she was a young, up-and-coming star. I was a big shot. We were at the China Club, and it was the Lefties Award, Lefties from Left Field. It was like an MTV, not a big award, but a smaller independent award. And she was from Kansas City. She was up against one of my good friends, Tech Nine, one of the greatest rappers in the world. And she came there, and I was the big shot owner of the coat check there. Very wealthy, good looking. Still am, not wealthy. And she said she was hungry. They didn't serve food there. They just had like all you could drink. I went and got her pizza. And her bass player, I told her bass player, I got good with the bass player. I said, hook me up, player. She hooked me up. Had a wonderful date. There was never any. Then she went on to become a huge superstar, Janelle Monáe. So the only thing that stopped us from being in love was she didn't want to. Otherwise, why don't we get down to the nitty-gritty and get this over with? I'm only doing 3. I'm thinking Pisces. It's Libra. I'm only doing 3, guys. Libra, if you slow down a bit over the next few hours, you will be eager to get started again when Mars moves into the most dynamic area of your chart on Tuesday. The next few weeks are going to be a strenuous time, both physically and mentally, so prepare yourself. Also, get your anus in order. I don't know why they would say that. That's ugly. Let's see who else is on the agenda here. Scorpio, that's me. Have no fear. Today your 49ers will win you another Super Bowl ring. That sounds really specific for some reason. You need to get serious about the changes you want to see in your affairs. Put your social life on hold? Hell no. What are you, crazy? You know how many women would be crying if I put my social affairs on? Put your social life on hold for a day or 2. Spend that time planning on what you would like to be doing more of in the long term. It won't be time wasted. I think I could shed a couple of my shorties for a couple days, but only a couple days. Grinch wants cancer. It's Pisces. Sorry, Grinch. I'm going to spin it again for you, Grinch. You cannot afford to be overly sensitive now, and Pisces. Some of the challenges you are about to face will require every ounce of mental strength you possess. No matter what some people may say, Their words cannot hurt you unless you allow them to. All right, let me spin it now. Uh-oh, did I lose you guys? Oh boy. I think I can't even see my screen anymore. Guys, we might be done here. I can't see my screen anymore. I'm on 4%, that's why. Guys, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, if we're even still here. I don't know. I want to thank you for tuning in. I ask you to please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. Cancer. And then I'm going to cut it off. You are about to be confronted by an issue that you have been doing the best to avoid. The fact is, it can no longer be ignored, and the sooner you face up to what needs to be done, the quicker you can get past it once and for all. I love you all very much. Go Niners, and God bless everybody on the planet. Thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Let's talk again soon. Thank you guys. Bless you.